Or I care, but it's not about this company's feelings that I care about. It's about the customers and the people who work with them. That's that damn alarm again, isn't it? On October 9th, I went to the White House. Well, kind of. I was more specifically in the executive building all day, but whatever. October 10th is World Mental Health Day, and on the 9th, the executive building was hosting an event for mental health, more specifically suicide prevention. Nancy, the boss of Crisis Text Line, invited me to go and flew me out to DC. Before I get into the event, no, I didn't get to meet Obama. The event lasted all day from 8:30 to 5. I did have a live captioner in all the rooms that I went to, so thank you, Monica Basco, for doing that. Basically, the whole thing consisted of panels and presentations, and occasionally we would break out into groups and we would talk about how to prevent suicide and suicide ideation. I should point out that I was the only deaf person there. I was the only person with a disability representing anybody with a disability there. What really got to me is that most of the people there were data scientists. Data scientists work with big data and apparently predict things with data. Or to put it simpler, very, very smart people that know how to work with numbers, which I don't. So when these people are giving their presentations on ideas to help with preventing suicide, it's mostly just math. They think they can help prevent suicide with math, formula, algorithms, and I have to say, as someone who has always been very depressed and has contemplated suicide many times, I didn't care about the math. I mean, I know math is your job, and I'm fine with the math talk, but it was most of the event, and I just didn't get it. One guy at the beginning of the event talked about how much of a financial loss occurs when somebody kills themselves, and I was thinking, so what you're saying is, how dare you kill yourself? It's so expensive and you're costing me a lot of money. Fortunately, there were a lot of people there that got to the emotional and caring side of things. People talked about how people should help them and help them get better access to healthcare, etc. They mentioned more veterans, different races, and LGBTQ. They forgot about a group of people, the disabled people. I was the only person who was deaf and had any sort of disability there. And nobody talked about how people with disabilities can be and are more vulnerable to suicide ideation. Unfortunately, because I wasn't one of the presenters and panelists there, I couldn't go up to the front and start my own 5-minute presentation. But at the back of the room there were 3 big white sheets of paper, and you could leave your own ideas to the questions asked on that paper. And I told them that people who are deaf and have other disabilities should be acknowledged. I said that what I have to offer is information on how to do that and what to do, obviously. I can't remember what I wrote down for the third one or what the question was. Of course, it's disappointing when a large group of people aren't thought about, but the good thing is that it did give me inspiration to do this video and to think about what I can do to make sure that people do think about those of us who are forgotten so often. I have been thinking about what I can do and who I can talk to. It's a little strange to say that I now have a few government connections. I actually sent all the people that were at this event an email about Spring Awakening on Broadway. All 114 of them. 2 deaf friends of mine came to me on Facebook and suggested that I send an email to all the people there, seeing if we can get President Obama or anybody to go and see Spring Awakening on Broadway. Obama does go to see Broadway shows, so why not suggest Spring Awakening? It has nothing to do with suicide prevention, but it does show that hey, we're here, we exist, and we're doing stuff. So back to the suicide prevention thing. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do or how I'm going to go about it. That's something I'm going to think about for a while and work on. But if any of you have suggestions, feel free to leave them down in the comments. And I will see you later. Bye.